Welcome back. We are in episode 3 of the Draw Near series. This one, we are looking at the book of John, chapter 6, verse 35, when Jesus says, "Come to me." Today I want to sit with a single sentence from Jesus as I draw. Not rush it, not overanalyze it, just let it speak. As I said, it's found in John chapter 6, and it's verse 35. Jesus says, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall never thirst." These words were spoken to people like you and I, who were tired, maybe confused about life, looking for more of a direction, more of a purpose. Honestly, they were spoken then, but they sound like words meant for us today. Because it's important to remember that hunger isn't just about food. We hunger for peace. We hunger for direction, for reassurance, for something steady in a world that keeps shifting around us. And thirst isn't just physical either. We thirst for meaning, for purpose, for rest, for hope that doesn't disappear when circumstances change. Jesus doesn't say, "I will give you bread." He says, "I am the bread." And like we've said before, that matters. His words matter. The word matters. Because bread in the Bible represents what sustains life, what people depended on daily, what you couldn't survive without. Jesus is saying, "I am not a supplement to your life. I am the source." Before this moment, Jesus had just fed thousands of people with a few loaves of bread. They were amazed, obviously. They followed him, but many of them were following him because they wanted more food, not because they understood who he was. And Jesus knew that. He knows that now. So when he says, "I am the bread of life," he's gently correcting them. He's saying, "Don't come to me just for what I can give you. Come to me for who I am." And then he says something incredibly comforting. "Whoever comes to me shall not hunger." Notice that he doesn't say whoever performs well or whoever has it all together. He says whoever comes to me. That means tired people, broken people, people full of questions, people who feel empty and don't even know why, people like you and me. Coming to Jesus doesn't require strength, it just requires some honesty. And then he adds, "Whoever believes in me shall never thirst." Belief here isn't just agreement, it's trust. It's choosing to lean your weight on him, to stop looking everywhere else for fulfillment. Because here's the truth we don't always like to admit. We often try to satisfy spiritual hunger with temporary things like achievement or approval, maybe relationships, maybe even just distractions, which can be found in our faces every day with our phones, and busyness. And those things might fill us for a moment, but the hunger always comes back. Jesus isn't offering a quick fix, he's offering permanence. When he says we will never thirst, he's not saying life will never be hard. He's saying our souls won't be empty. There's a difference. You can go through hardship and still be deeply sustained. You can feel pain without feeling lost. That's what Jesus provides. He becomes the steady nourishment that carries you through changing seasons. Think about bread again. Bread isn't fancy, it's simple, daily. Jesus meets us in ordinary moments, not just on our best days, but on our most normal ones. When you wake up tired, when you feel unnoticed, when you wonder if what you're doing even matters, Jesus doesn't shout for attention. He says, "Come." And that invitation still stands. But here's something important. Bread has to be eaten. You could admire it. You can talk about it. I have been making sourdough bread, and trust me, I've been doing a lot of admiring and talking about it. But be grateful for it. But if you don't actually partake of it, it won't nourish you. In the same way, Jesus isn't calling us to just know about him. He's calling us to remain with him, to spend time in his word, to talk with him honestly, to let his truth reshape what we believe about ourselves. Because many of us are believers who are spiritually hungry. Not because Jesus isn't enough, but, and this is important, but because we keep feeding on other things first. Jesus never said, "I am one option among many." He said, "I am the bread of life, the source, the foundation, the sustainer." And here's the gentle beauty of this verse. Jesus doesn't force himself on anyone. He says, whoever comes, whoever believes. It's an invitation, not a demand. And maybe today, that invitation is for you. Not to try harder, not to do more, but to come closer, to stop striving for satisfaction and rest in the one who already provides it. You don't have to earn this bread. You don't have to deserve it. You just have to come. And when you do, you'll find that Jesus doesn't just fill you once. He sustains you daily. He'll sustain you in confusion, in waiting, in joy, in grief. He is enough. And not just for today, but for every tomorrow. So, if your soul feels hungry, you feel thirsty for something deeper, listen again to his words. I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me shall not hunger, and whoever believes in me shall never thirst. Come to him. Stay with him. And be nourished by him. I pray today that these words find you well, that God just moves mountains in your life, that this hunger that you have is fulfilled by His Word and by His presence, and that you have the courage and the honesty with yourself to seek Him first, because He is the answer and the sustainer. Thank you for drawing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And I would love it if you would maybe share with someone who could be struggling, or that it's just put on your heart. Just if it's put on your heart, I would love that. I love the Lord so much, and I love you all, and I will continue to pray for you every day. I hope I get to see you next time. Have a great week. Bye.